What is going on, Governor? Chisgule here, and today we're going to spend a bunch of money on Rise of Kingdoms. We're going to max purchase the Call of the Ancients, and, of course, pick up those sweet daily special offers. If you like Rise of Kingdoms videos where we spend ridiculous amounts of money, you should definitely like and subscribe, because we're doing that today, and we do that frequently on this channel. Whew. Okay, my friends. Worth mentioning also, I suppose, we're a sponsored creator with Rise of Kingdoms. Let's do this. We're going to pick up all three Treasures of Courage, well, Treasure of Courage, Wisdom, and the King, and we're going to max purchase the Call of the Ancients bundle. Let's get started on the spending, and then talk about why we're buying this bundle. So first up is the $5 bundle, which contains the following items. Let's snag that real quick. Bada boom, purchase in. Now this Call of the Ancients bundle is interesting because it has more speed ups and less resources than other bundles for us. Since we generally do farm a lot of resources, this is kind of an interesting thing to pick up. The other thing that's noteworthy is that this generally has a little bit less VIP and mixes in these resource reserves, or sorry, these they're not resource reserves, the different troop reserves, which lets you train more troops in your troop training buildings. This is really, really powerful. I can actually show this off real quick. We've got 22,000 Royal Knights cooking up. We've timed it up, so those are going to land during Mighty Governor. I don't think we're going to go hard in this next Mighty Governor, which is tomorrow at Saladin. We've already unlocked Saladin. I don't know that we're going to push for him, but you can use these reserves of different levels to line up large amounts of troop training, which makes a lot of sense if, for instance, you've got a kingdom buff going and you've also got a nice rune, right? You stack a bunch of those things, boom, pop one of those reserves, and you're good to go. Let's purchase this next bundle and then talk a little bit more about Call of the Ancients bundle as a whole. Boom, success. All right. Now, the other thing that's really interesting about Call of the Ancients is that it starts to come with some army expansions. Now, we've been doing a lot of battling in KVK, and those army expansions come in handy too, so I'm eager to get more of those army expansions. Of course, also good for Ark of Osiris, but, you know, Ark of Osiris is an every other week affair. Also worth mentioning, by the way, that this bundle appears when when Ark of Osiris shows up in game as well. So this rotates every 2 weeks. Let's grab this bundle. There we go. Purchase all set. We're now up to the $50 tier of this bundle. We're getting up to the higher resource, or gosh, I keep doing that. The higher troop reserve buffs. And a part of the reason I mentioned these troop reserve buffs is that, gosh, when we were training for Mighty Governor, we spent a solid half an hour training, which was insane, to score like 70 million plus points just in troop training alone. It took half an hour. And we started using resource reserves to train like 22,000 T5s at a time. Like, it was just insane. Normally you would use those to, you know, opportunistically line up big training, but we were just powering through them as a way of just training faster, which is totally nuts. We had at one point thought that, like, look, the maximum point gain that you can get during the Mighty Governor troop training portion is by upgrading from T4 to T5, or, you know, any tier that you're upgrading to the, you know, from the less than the highest tier that you can do to the highest tier is going to be the most point efficient typically per resource and speed up that you spend. Man, we just needed a way to train more troops faster. Let's grab this $50 bundle. There we go. $50 bundle obtained. Excellent. Now we're up to the $100 bundle, and this is where the goodies are in. There is a 50% advanced army expansion. If you've got a lot of troops, this is a really good way to go. We're going to play around with this in the next Ark of Osiris, so we're definitely going to get this highest tier of Call of the Ancients. We're going to grab it 3 times. And we really are happy to get lots of these level 5 reserves, which is a thing I really didn't think I would need lots of, and I'm like, oh, I just want so much of that for Mighty Governor. So let's grab this bundle 3 times. Once. Now we'll grab it again. There we go. Making a trade-off here. We're trading off a small amount of resources to gain a small amount of speed-ups in the form of healing speed-ups, which to me seems worthwhile. Plus, there's these other goodies that, theoretically, the level 5 reserves are worth like 2,000 gems a pop, which is pretty nuts if you were to buy them from the VIP shop. I think an advanced army expansion is like 2,500 gems. So, we're getting a fair amount of gem value out of this. So let's grab Call of the Ancients one more time. Okay, there you have it. Max purchased Call of the Ancients. That's pretty sweet because we need the gems. We're all about those gems. Let's head on back over here. A couple more things we need to go and buy, or that we want to buy. We want to go to the daily special offer, and we're going to crack these, all 3 of them, open now. There we go. First purchase is in. The thing that we're really after is El Cid sculptures. I would love to get another skill onto El Cid before Ark of Osiris coming up. So let's crack another one of these. Boom. There we go. And one more time, the final treasure of the king. There we go, making our daily purchases, baby. Whew. Now, you may be wondering if you should be buying these things. In my opinion, and this is my opinion, the bundles that we just purchased are for more advanced players. If you're a light spender in the game, you should be looking at things like the 30-day gem supply, or if you're at City Hall 23 or higher, the Growth Fund is a great place to start, King's Coronation, and even then, maybe some of the VIP chests is a good place to go if you're a not small spender in the game. If you're an itty-bitty baby spender, then maybe the 30-day gem supply and 1 or 2 of the VIP chests is where you land. If you're a moderate to heavy spender and you occasionally max purchase chests, then probably the holiday bundle, whenever those come around, is the place for you. But if you're a really big spender, then the super value bundle, particularly Call of the Ancients, could be pretty interesting for you. The other thing I'll sort of call attention is these daily special offers are a pretty, I feel like, cost-efficient way of picking up the legendary commander that's contained within it. But it's probably going to run you like $700 to max the commander. I'm just shooting from the hip there and kind of guessing, right? So it's still like pretty expensive to get a legendary commander from those daily chests, but they contain some other stuff too that's pretty interesting and pretty good. And you get a fair amount of VIP for the amount of money that you're spending. I think you do. I don't know. I haven't done the math on that in a while. Let's go over here. Let's see if we can score some El Cid. We need 9 El Cid sculptures to get a skill on El Cid. We've got a bunch of gold keys that we can start to open as well to get that last skill, an additional skill on El Cid. So let's give this a shot. We're going to crack this once. Oh, no, this is bad. 1. Here's why this is bad. Theoretically, the other 2 chests might have some El Cid, which would be really, really good. But you're guaranteed that one of those 3 chests that I just purchased is going to have some amount of El Cid. So now, but you could have got 1 to 10 sculptures of El Cid. We got 1, which is the least you could get. So hopefully we get, yeah, this is bad. Hopefully we get El Cid in another chest, but we're probably just going to get silver keys. Let's give it a shot. Silver key, and let's give it a shot. That was a bummer. That was a little bit of a bummer. So we can open some gold keys, but it's pretty unlikely we're going to get an additional 8 sculptures of El Cid. So let's open, I don't know, let's say maybe 12 to 22 of these gold keys and see if we get there. First one, Nothing Burger. Okay, we like the Dazzling Starlights. Keep this rolling. Sun Tzu, we don't need. Cleo, we don't need. That's 57 extra sculptures of Cleo that we have. Not amazing. So far, no El Cid. Would love to see El Cid show up to the party. Lots of blue and epic commanders. Which is why, in part, we should really be saving these gold keys. 5 more Cao Cao. Bummer that we're not seeing... Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. 2 El Cid. Oh, and we're even closer than I thought. We only need 6 sculptures of El Cid to get the next skill. That's a pretty good rip right there. That's a pretty good rip. We're only going to maybe open 7 more of these. Ooh, we got 2 Freddy. I saw it. You saw it. Ooh, all right, all right, all right, all right. Turning this around a little bit, but not the El Cid party that we really need. I'd love to get just like 1 more skill on El Cid, but I guess we're just going to have to wait. Oh, 2 more. Okay. We only need 4 more sculptures. What if we just like do 10 more keys? We really should be saving these in case a new commander comes out that shows up in gold keys. Full Cao Cao, of course. And we have like 150 Cao Cao sculptures above expertise, which is kind of nuts. Not the commander we wanted to show up. All right, I can't take it anymore. We're done. We're saving our gold keys for something. So we're not going to quite get there on El Cid. Not today. Not today. We've still got El Cid in a pretty good place. 5-5-4-2 is pretty good. I'd love to see this be 5-5-4-3. Getting more points here is really, really good for flag defense, quite frankly, and open field combat. But, you know, whatever. All right, let's see here what we get from the Alliance gifts from our purchases. Treasure of the King, this tiny amount of speed-ups, tiny amount of speed-ups from Treasure of Wisdom, tiny amount of speed-ups from Treasure of Courage. Let's build up to the gold chests, right? So we got, let's see here. All right, these are from somebody else. The stone chest, nothing burger. Bronze chest, nothing burger. Iron chest, you know, some hours of speed ups. That's nice. Silver chest, worthless. We have so many attack and defense buffs, we can't possibly use them all up. Ooh, nice. 15 hours of speed ups. I'll take that. Small amount of VP, not amazing. And another small amount of VIP, not amazing. All right. My friends, I hope you have enjoyed this video where we spent ridiculous amounts of money in a video game. Ay, ay, ay. If you like Rise of Kingdoms videos where we spend entirely too much money, you should definitely like and subscribe because we are a sponsored creator in Rise of Kingdoms. And until next time, my friends, you have fun smashing the kingdom.